Hello friends, so due to some problems I have to complete that video there, and now we will continue it with the remaining MCQs, that is 121. Next, enzymes that catalyze removal of the groups from the substrate by the mechanisms other than hydrolysis, leaving double bonds is known as, it's known as the D-lyases. Then enzymes which catalyze interconversion of the optical, geometric or the positional isomers belongs to the class, so it's isomerase A. Enzymes catalyzing the linking together of the two compounds, for example enzymes which catalyze joining of the CO, CS, C and PO etc. bonds belong to the class of the, so it's D here, 4. Okay, it's ligases. How many types of the cofactor can be identified? Here the answer is C here, 3. The suffix hyphen added to substrate for naming the enzyme is, so it's A is. Now ptyline is an example of, so the ptyline is the example of the hydrolase. C. When apoenzyme is separated from its metal component, its activity is, so its activity is lost. C. Cofactors are, so they are coenzymes, metallic ions, prosthetic groups, all. So the answer is D here. Which of the following combinations is the correct? So the here correct one, it is D, all. Then which one of the following is non-cofactor? So we have to find out which one is not the cofactor. It's apoenzyme. Apoenzyme is not cofactor. Heme is the prosthetic group of the blank enzyme. So heme is the prosthetic group of the catalase and peroxidase both. So answer is C here. Zinc is the activator of the blank enzyme. So carboxypeptidase, carboxylase and the carbonic anhydrase. 3 of them use zinc as the activator. Hence the answer is D here. Which one of the following statements is correct? So the correct one, it is D. All are the correct. The figure given below shows the conversion of a substrate into product by an enzyme. In which one of the following options, A to D, the components of the reaction labeled as A, B, C, D are identified correctly? So here is the figure given below, and the figure correct answer, it is A represents potential energy, B represents transition state, C is activation energy with enzyme and D is activation energy without enzyme. So here the correct answer is A here. Now we are going to start assertion and reasoning based questions, and the first from them is, assertion is arachidonic acid is an unsaturated fatty acid. Reason is there are present one or more double bonds between carbon atoms in unsaturated fatty acids. So the correct one, it is A here, that both assertion and reasoning are true, and the reason is correct explanation of the assertion. Then amino acids are the amphoteric in their function, and all amino acids are necessary for our body. So here the correct answer is B, that assertion is true and reason is true also, but reason is not the correct explanation. Hence the answer is B here. Then coenzyme is a non-protein group without which enzymes are inactive or incomplete, and reason is coenzymes not only produce a point of attachment for the chemical group being transformed but also influence the properties of the group. So here the correct one, it is A, that both are correct and the reason is correct explanation. Hence answer is A here. Next one is, assertion is given as activity of an enzyme is pH dependent, and reason is given as change in pH affects the solubility of the enzyme in water. So here the correct one, it is A, that because assertion and reason both are true and the reason is correct explanation also. Hence the correct one, it is A. Then assertion is a coenzyme or the metal ion that is very tightly bound to the enzyme protein is called prosthetic group, and the reason is a complete catalytically active enzyme together with its bound prosthetic group is called an apoenzyme. So here the correct one, it is C, that assertion is true but the reason is false. So here the correct answer is this C here. Next, enzymes are proteins which catalyze biochemical reactions, and the enzyme itself unchanged in the reaction, its presence allows the reaction to take place. So here the correct answer is the B here, that both are correct but the reason is not the correct explanation. Next, Simple carbohydrates having free aldose or ketose groups are called reducing sugars. And next, they can reduce cupric ion to the cuprous state. So here the correct answer is the A, that both are correct, and the reason is correct explanation also. So correct answer is A here. Next, protein amino acids possesses an amino group attached to a carbon, that is alpha amino acid, and proline and the hydroxyproline have NH amino groups, so that they are amino acids. So here both are correct also, but the reason is not the correct explanation, hence answer is B here. Then linolenic acid is the precursor of the arachidonic acid, and ascorbic acid is the sugar acid having NH2 group. So here the correct one, it is C, that reason is true, but the assertion is true here, but the reason is false. So correct answer is C. Then protein is a heteropolymer, and protein is made up of the amino acids. So here the correct answer is B. Both are correct, but there is no correct explanation. Hence answer is B here. Then assertion, its Watson-Crick model of the DNA is the secondary structure of DNA, and it contains covalent as well as hydrogen bonds. So here the correct answer, it is A, that both are correct, and the answer is reason is correct explanation also, hence answer is A. Then total number of the amino acids involved in protein synthesis in plants is 20, and only 20 amino acids have been discovered so far. So here the correct answer is C, that the assertion is true, but the reason is false. Next, in human body, collagen is the most abundant protein, and scleroproteins occur in hard parts of the animal's body for providing support and the protection. So here the correct answer is B, that both are correct, but the reason is not correct explanation. So answer is B here. Then living state is a non-equilibrium deadly state to be able to perform work, and reason is system at equilibrium cannot perform work. So here the correct answer is A here, that both are correct, and the reason is correct explanation. So answer is A here. Then here we have completed our sessional MCQs, and now we are going to solve the PMT previous year questions. First from them is, the figure given below shows the conversion of a substrate into product by an enzyme. In which of the following options the component of reaction labeled as A, B, C and D are identified correctly? So we have solved it earlier, and the correct one here is B. Then 3 of the following statements about enzymes are correct and 1 is wrong. Which one is wrong here? So the wrong here is the D. Most enzymes are proteins but not the lipids, but some are the lipids. So correct answer is the D here. Next, which one of the following structure formulae of 2 organic compounds is correctly identified along with its related function? So the correct answer is here is C, that lecithin, a component of cell membrane. Then select the correct option with respect to the mitosis. So here the correct answer is C here. The curve given below shows enzymatic activity with relation to the 3 conditions: pH, temperature and the substrate concentration. So the correct one, it is A, x-axis represents temperature and y-axis represents enzyme activity. So correct answer is A here. Then which one of the following biomolecules is correctly categorized? So the answer is D here. Given below is a diagrammatic representation of one of the categories of small molecular weight organic compounds in the living tissues. Identify the category shown and the one blank component X in it. So here the correct answer is D, nucleoside and the uracil. Which one is the most abundant protein in the animal world? So the most abundant protein in the animal world, it is C, collagen. Next is which one out of AD given below correctly represents the structural formula of the basic amino acid? So here the correct one, it's B here. Next, transition state structure of the substrate formed during an enzymatic reaction is, so it's C, transient and the unstable. A phosphoglyceride always made up of, so the phosphoglyceride is always made up of the saturated or unsaturated fatty acid esterified to a glycerol molecule to which a phosphate group is also attached. So answer is C here. Then macromolecule chitin is, so what is chitin? So chitin is a nitrogen containing polysaccharide. So answer is A here. The essential chemical components of many coenzymes are, so they are D, vitamins. Then select the correct option which is not correct with respect to the enzyme action. So the correct one it's B. Then addition of lot of succinate does not reverse the inhibition of succinic dehydrogenase by the malodor. Next one is which one of the following is non-reducing carbohydrate? So the non-reducing carbohydrate, it's B, sucrose. Which one of the following statement is incorrect? So the incorrect from given below, it's D. The chitinous exoskeleton of arthropods is formed by the polymerization of, so here the answer is B here, and acetyl glucosamine. And which of the following biomolecules does have a phosphodiester bond? So here the correct answer is C, that nucleic acids in a nucleotide. So here we have completed our 9th chapter also, that is biomolecules. Here is the answer key that you can refer for this. And from the next video we will start our 10th chapter, that is going to be cell cycle and the cell division. We are also having a written notes for the biomolecules. We will study them further. Till then, thank you.